Hey guys, Autobot Lancer here, bringing you the third of my shopping spree reviews. So this one here is of the Reveal the Shield Jazz, and I've got to say, after fiddling around with him a little bit last night, he's easily become one of my favorites of possibly even like the Classics Universe, Generations, Reveal the Shield, like all that kind of, all this line, the chug line, I guess as everyone's calling it, very easily become one of my top favorites. Right down to his alt mode, to robot mode, is just great all around. The only problem I do have with the alt mode is, if you look at the front, everything looks pretty good. I wish they could have done some lining in the grill, which I might do some panel lining myself. Just take a black Sharpie and do some panel lining in there. But yeah, otherwise the front's really nice, the side looks nice, and I do like how he still maintains that Porsche kind of look. But in a way, I'm almost thinking they've gone from it's kind of like a mix between a Porsche and like a 350Z from Nissan. That's what this alt mode kind of reminds me of, is just how this back window is shaped. It reminds me of the 350Z. But then here's where it's flawed. You get to the back, and it's just white. Like, there's no, they could have at least, painted these windows blue, or, maybe done something with the exhaust, or even taillights. Like, it just seems like they're, I don't know, they just forgot about it. So, I don't know, I might look at get myself some red paint, maybe painting these taillights, paint this back window blue, or finish off the stripes or something, like, just give it some color in the back end, because it just seems like that's really forgotten about. But otherwise, that's the only flaw I find with this alt mode, is just going around and looking at that back. It just looks horrible from a figure that looks so great. Like, they took the time to put, like, this is red paint right on here. Like, they took time to put red paint on there, red paint on this stripe. I've got a crooked rub symbol, which does work, actually. If I can get it to work here. Looks like Pia's not the only one that's got problems with it. There we go. But, they took the time. There is red paint on here. So I don't know why they couldn't, at least paint on some red taillights. But, oh well. Nonetheless, still a great alt mode. The other cool feature that they have for us G1 fanboys is you pop the windows out, or the doors open, and you can just rotate these out. And for those of us who grew up on G1 and watched G1, we'll know that Jazz had these speakers that he'd pull out, and I think in one episode he pulled them out to chase Laserbeak, or yeah, I believe it was Laserbeak. He was chasing around with them. But yeah, it's a cool little homage that they didn't have to include, but they did, which is really neat. Also, he rolls really well, really nice. Even on table, usually I'll have one wheel that doesn't like to move. Oh, there we go. That one likes to stall. But yeah, let's get on to the transformation. So first things you want to do is pop out the doors. I'll just leave the speakers out for now. Actually, whatever, I'll close them up. And they just rotate around in here. And of course, now I can't get it. There we go. And then swivels around. There we go. I did it wrong. Figures I can do it several times prior to a video, but as soon as I go to do a video, something's got to go wrong. So yeah, swivel those around. Then pull this back piece out, and the legs will fold down a bit. It's kind of like with drift and blur with this back end. When you go to fold these legs up, unpeg them, and they just flip out. And the only other thing I've had issues with here is this heel spur seems to get caught up in the top. Come on. But there you go. There's one leg. So then come down here. Actually, I'm going to see. If you flip out this little heel spur first, and his foot, maybe then it won't get caught in there. And just flip that back, bring the foot up, and there you have his legs. Oh, there we go. So now I got a half transformed Jazz. Take out his gun, set that off to the side, and then you just come in here, and you just turn these out, and it just opens up a spot in the hood. So there's his arms, and then when you rotate this down, the head is on these gears here, so it just kind of automorphs up, which is kind of cool. And then just kind of rotate his shoulder joint, and then swivel around the elbow there. And there you have Jazz. Definitely by far, really, really nice alt mode. Like, it just, from every angle you look at it, it's Jazz. Like, hands down. Like, he still retains his little visor, which, if I may recall, I think Jazz might be the only Autobot who had a visor. I can't think of someone else that did. If there was another, then please let me know. I'd like to find that out. Oops, adjust the camera angle here. So, but yeah, I think he might have been the only Autobot to have the visor. So, for his gun, you just take this and fold it out, and there's his gun. And same thing here. I love how they're doing this like open hand kind of ordeal. I just find it gives the characters a much better look than having the closed fists. And Hasbro's been doing the closed fists since going way back to 84 with the G1. So it's nice to see that they're finally deciding to change some things. The only other thing I don't like in alt mode is that if you move the arm, you have to hold the chest down, because if you don't, it just kind of tends to flip up. It doesn't really click into anything. Not that I've noticed. I've checked out some other reviews, and I didn't notice anyone else being able to clip it in either. It looks like everyone's got that same issue. So there he is with his gun. He's got tons of posability. Even he's got the wrist moves. It rotates. Shoulders are on a ball joint. Swivel. Head's even on a ball joint. Even has waist articulation. Yeah. So we can, rock out here. Or I guess, Jazz wouldn't be quite rocking out, but I'm not going to do any racial slurs. I'm just kidding. I'm not racist. Hopefully nobody takes that wrong. I'm just trying to be funny. So yeah, anyways, with his gun, you can also take these, switch them out. And let's take the speakers off here. There we go. Swivel back this, and then you just take these here. Oh, I can't remember which one was on which side. Oh well. Nope, this goes on the other side. And that just pegs in there. Come on. There we go. So the speakers combine onto his gun, and it gives him this really cool like BFG. So that's a nice little other add-on that they didn't have to do, but they did. But yeah, there you guys go. There's the Hunt for Decepticon Jazz. Oh yeah, I guess just give you guys a size comparison. Here he is next to Trax. He's a little bit taller than Trax for head-wise, but otherwise Jazz is your typical height for deluxe size. But there you guys go. Hope you enjoyed the review, and I'll catch you guys in a little while with my fourth review of Trax.